And we are back live in Arthur Ashe Stadium with less than an hour to go until the first match is underway. Right behind me, we have former world number one Andy Murray, a three-time Grand Slam champion, the 2012 U.S. Open champ, who's coming into this tournament hoping to regain full health and hopefully get back to his championship ways. It's been a while since he's been in the top 5 in the world, but he's been playing well thus far in the tournament. Let's get right to the action and see how Andy's playing.
Right here, Wendy's chill.
Murray, of course, a three-time Grand Slam champion, part of the famous Big Four that has dominated tennis for so long, but it's been a difficult past year for Murray. He's fallen far out of the rankings, now ranked outside of the top 300 in the world. Murray, a former world number one, just as recently as late 2016. It hasn't been a while since Andy Murray was on top of the tennis world, but the 2012 U.S. Open champion, the two-time Wimbledon champion, is hoping to get back to the top of the sport. Murray had a big win in round 1 over the Australian Duckworth. Dropped the first set in a tiebreaker, but rallied back strong, winning the next 3. Murray, now 31 years old, originally from Glasgow, United Kingdom. Murray on court with his coach, Jamie Delgado. Delgado, a former pro himself, formerly top 120 in the world. Delgado competed in the 2000 U.S. Open and reached the 3rd round of the U.S. Open doubles tournament in 2011 and 2012. Delgado formerly worked with another top pro, Gilles Mueller, and has been part of the Murray team for about 2 years now. Again, we are officially less than an hour away from play beginning here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Sloane Stephens, Andy Murray will be competing here in Arthur Ashe Stadium in the day session, followed by Serena Williams and Rafa Nadal in the evening session. Play around the grounds is starting as we speak, 11 a.m. Eastern, for all of the other courts. Thanks to everyone joining us from around the world. Let us know in the comments how you think Andy Murray will do in this tournament. Let us know whether you think another Grand Slam is in Murray's future. And the question of the practice, true or false? Andy Murray is a former U.S. Open junior champion. True or false? Let us know in the comments. Let's see who gets it right first. Murray, of course, was one of the top juniors in the world and one of the top juniors of all time. He's one of only 9 players to win the Junior Orange Bowl twice. And the answer is true. Andy Murray was the 2004 Junior U.S. Open champion. Congrats to everyone who got it correct. Andy Murray defeated Sergei Stakhovsky, the Swede, 6-4, 6-2 in the final of that 2004 Junior U.S. Open. He also defeated Misha Zverev in the semis and Sam Querrey in the quarters. A lot of eventual top pros playing that year. Gael Monfils was the #1 seed. He ended up losing to Victor Troicki in the third round. Murray was the 3 seed in that tournament. In the first round of that Junior U.S. Open, Andy Murray had a 6-0, 6-1 beatdown of a guy that ended up being all right, Juan Martín del Potro, another former U.S. Open champion, the 2009 champ. Patsy saying good luck to Andy Murray. Alvin saying good to see you back. It's certainly great to see Andy Murray back. He had a couple of emotional victories in Washington, D.C., played well throughout the summer as he's working his way back. Of course, Murray would love to return to his championship ways, but in this U.S. Open, really just looking to regain that feeling of playing elite tennis once again. We saw flashes of it in the first round against Duckworth, and we'll see whether he's able to sustain that and string a couple of high-quality matches together. It is another warm day out here. We saw the men's tennis extreme heat policy implemented yesterday, a 10-minute break coming between the third and fourth sets for the players due to the heat conditions. We saw quite a few retirements around the grounds yesterday, really a battle of the which player is fitter in some of these day matches. We'll see how that impacts both Andy Murray and the other players, both in the men's and women's draw. It's expected to be in the high 90s with on-court temperatures well over 100 degrees again today. Murray, not only a 3-time Grand Slam champion, but has also had tremendous success in the Olympic Games. He won both the 2012 and 2016 men's singles gold medal in the London and Rio Olympics, respectively. Also got a silver medal in mixed doubles in the 2012 London Games. Murray won the 2016 ATP Tour Finals. It seems like he's been out of the top ranks for quite a while, but just in 2016, late 2016, was the #1 player in the world, was the Wimbledon champion, was the ATP Tour Finals champion, and was an Olympic gold medalist. Murray in 2016 really playing as good of tennis as we've seen from the Big Four in general. It's a shame that the injuries started to pile up in 2017 and early 2018, but we're excited to see Andy back on court. We see how much it means to him as well. Of course, the iconic images of him crying on the court in Washington after so many 3-set battles, consecutive 3-set battles in that tournament, one of his first tournaments back, had a 3-set victory over McDonald, and then a 3-set victory over Edmond, and a 3-set victory over Kopel. Lasted until past 3 in the morning in Washington, D.C. That is first tournament back in months, since June. Murray getting emotional after that last 3-set victory. Excited and happy to finally be healing from a lot of the injuries that plagued him, and now he's back playing Grand Slam tennis. Gordon commenting, I would definitely like to think Andy can win another slam or two if he can get back to his very best. Andy Murray, of course, when healthy, certainly one of the truly elite players in the game, one of the best players in the world, a rare talent, such a complete game. If he gets back to full health, we definitely expect him to be competing for more slams in the future. Although the past year has been difficult for Andy on the court, he did have a major personal accomplishment in 2017 when he was knighted by the Queen of England in 2017 for his services to tennis and all of his charitable work. Murray now Sir Andy Murray. The crowd's starting to pile into Arthur Ashe Stadium now. The stadium officially opening up to the public. Margie in the comments saying good luck Andy. Benjamin in the comments saying good luck Andy as well. Murray has had quite a few battles over the course of his career with the man we saw with a triumphant victory last night, Roger Federer. They've met 25 times in their career, with Federer leading 14-11, many of them being some exceptionally close battles. Murray not only a 3-time Grand Slam champion, but also a 5-time Australian Open finalist. He also reached the finals of the 2016 French Open. Now taking some serves, just warming up the motion going up the line while the others on the court finish taking their volleys. Just a quick practice for Murray out here. He'll be second match on court. The day session on Arthur Ashe Stadium will kick off at noon with defending women's champion Sloane Stephens, the number 3 player in the world. We just saw her out here practicing, preparing for her second round match. Murray will be after her, and then that'll lead us into the night session where we'll have Serena Williams at 7 p.m. and Rafa Nadal after that. D in the comments saying hello from down under. Thank you for joining us in Australia and all around the world. And commenting good luck from Scotland, of course, the homeland of Andy Murray. Murray seemed to settle in after the first set in his first round match against Duckworth and was playing well all around. He showed off quite a bit of that trademark touch that he's made a career of on the ATP Tour. Murray able to pull out so many different tools from the toolbox. He hits every shot so well. He is so good on defense. Mervon in the comments saying go Murray. Robin in the comments rooting for Andy as well. Let us know in the comments, how do you think Andy Murray will do in this year's U.S. Open? Murray will face Fernando Verdasco in this second round matchup. Verdasco, the 31 seed in the tournament, the Spaniard. Andy Murray and Fernando Verdasco, the second match on court. Verdasco, formerly number 7 in the world. He's a former Australian Open semifinalist, a 2-time U.S. Open quarterfinalist in 2009 and 2010. He's currently number 31 in the world, but was a perennial top 10 player for a couple of years. Murray's played Verdasco 14 times in their career, and Murray's had no trouble with the Spaniard. He's 13-1 all-time against Verdasco. Verdasco's one victory coming in the 2009 Australian Open round of 16. That was a 5-set battle. Their most recent matchup was in 2017 in Dubai, with Murray cruising to an easy 6-3, 6-2 victory in the final. Murray also defeated Verdasco in the 2016 Masters 1000 in Paris, that in the round of 32. Should Andy Murray defeat Fernando Verdasco, he could face off against Juan Martín Del Potro in the third round on Friday. Del Potro, the number 3 seed, faces American Denis Kudla in the second round. That Murray-Del Potro matchup will certainly be one to watch. Murray and Del Potro have played 10 times. Murray leading the all-time head-to-head 7-3. They have split their last 4 battles, however. Most recently, they played in the round of 32 in the 2017 French Open, with Murray winning in straight sets, but in the Davis Cup semifinal in 2016, Del Potro took out Murray in a 5-set battle. They also faced off in the finals of the Rio Olympics, with Murray taking home the gold medal in 4 sets. Rami in the comments saying Andy Murray is the best. Cynthia rooting for Verdasco in the comments. Let us know in the comments how you think Andy Murray will fare in this year's Open. Will he defeat Verdasco? Will he be able to defeat the 3 seed Juan Martín Del Potro? That one of many third round possible matchups we're excited about. We could also see Federer-Kyrgios. We could also see Serena and Venus, all in that third round. Shapovalov against Kevin Anderson, last year's finalist, also a possible third round matchup. We're starting to accelerate a bit more on that serve. We are just over a half hour away from play kicking off here in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Sloane Stephens will be first on court, facing off against Kalinina from the Ukraine. Play around the ground just kicking off about 20 minutes ago. Craig commenting, could potentially beat Verdasco if things go ideally. Surely not against Del Potro at the moment, of course. A tough road back for Andy Murray, but when Murray is healthy and playing well, he has certainly proven he can compete with any player in the world. Jimmy in the comments supporting Fernando Verdasco. Susan rooting for Andy Murray. Certainly 2 of the more popular players on tour. Taking you around the ground, Stan Wawrinka just kicked off his match after a big win over Dimitrov in the first round. Svitolina playing on Louis Armstrong Stadium, the women's number 7 seed. Doubles play officially starting today as well. The first round of doubles taking place around the grounds. The young Greek player Tsitsipas playing on court 10 against the Russian Medvedev. Tsitsipas holding serve in the first game. 20 seed Borna Coric is also underway on court 11. So many great players obviously in this year's Open. A lot of exciting matches to watch all around the grounds. You see such beautiful, smooth strokes from Murray on both wings. Such a complete player. Can really do it all. Some of the best touch and use of underspin on the tour. One of the best defensive players on tour as well, although as he's matured, we've certainly seen him be more comfortable playing offensive tennis. Murray coach Jamie Delgado hitting some serves to Murray. Just a quick warm-up for Murray out here before they will ready the court for Sloane Stephens' second round match. Murray, always one of the hardest workers on tour, known for his incredible physical fitness and training throughout the year and in the off-season as well. Seems to be looking quite physically fit thus far in the tournament. Murray motioning for Delgado to hit him a couple second serves, one of his second serve return. Patty in the comments saying, Andy, one of my faves. I wish him well. Watch his match and Armstrong in person on Monday. Well, Patty, thanks for coming out to the Open, and we're certainly all wishing Andy Murray well. If you're in the New York area, make sure you come out to the Open, watch some of the great players compete all around the grounds, and come say hi to your favorite U.S. Open social team. Murray now hitting some inside-out forehand, just smoothing out some of the strokes he may be a bit uncomfortable with or may feel like he doesn't fully have his timing. just driving that ball so smoothly through the court. Such a clean stroke. Gordon commenting from Scotland, thanks for joining us. And that'll do it for Andy Murray's practice. Of course, the former world #1, the 2012 U.S. Open champion, looking to get back to his winning ways here at the Open. He'll be facing 31 seed Fernando Verdasco coming up later this afternoon. Keep it locked in with us on U.S. Open social media. We'll be bringing you Rafael Nadal and Serena Williams practice sessions live later this afternoon, so make sure you stay tuned. Joey Brander here with you all week. We'll catch you later.